Okay. Hello there, Molly.
Hi, Alec. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm having a wonderful day. You know, it is Monday, April 25th, in 2022.
The 25th of April.
The 25th of April, which has been a good month, I would say. Have you had a good April,
It
you
flew
think?
by. It flew by. Honestly, it did fly by.
Did it fly by? I don't really remember anything from the beginning of April to be like it
Me
flew
too.
by.
But that's what makes it feel like it flew by.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Easter happened a week ago,
Yeah.
but that's not really flying by
No.
much.
No. But I've been on spring break, so that's also another thing. It's been like
Interesting. So you've had a break in spring, which is a spring break, which is in April. I mean, yeah, which is why maybe time has been flying by. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like my time has been going, all right. I mean, I haven't really had a break in spring much.
Okay, we're
More
gonna get off.
specifically
We're gonna get
April.
off that.
Okay, all right, sorry.
But welcome to our podcast. Honestly.
Yes.
This is I thought I was gonna have a pseudo name because I have children that are always
Okay,
looking
you
want to
have a fake name?
But
I mean, I don't think they could Google your name
to.
and it will find
That's what I'm
this.
saying.
I
I
don't think they
care
could
to,
Google,
But I will say
I won't say, you could just not say your last name.
Yeah,
though.
no, we're not gonna
I mean, they might know.
They'll definitely
You're not really, what do you got
How
going
would
on
they
here?
know? How would they know?
Do we need to, you're a little,
Do,
okay.
do you want me to be like
I don't know.
I just
Well,
don't-
yeah, no, I mean,
this is
are we looking all right over there?
I feel fine. All right, I feel good. That was a good. We have a good. I feel like we're good. Honestly,
No, we
I
are
just
good.
don't want to hunch too.
No, I
because
don't, well,
I'll
yeah.
hunch.
I'm
and
trying to see if we look good, in the thing or whatever.
I think we do. Honestly, we're both. Are you a lefty?
No.
That's interesting.
I'm
You're holding the mic with your left hand.
Yeah, and you're holding the mic with your right hand. Are you a lefty?
No.
Because I'm a righty
righty.
and I'm holding it in my left hand, so maybe you're a
feel
lefty
very-
and you're holding it in
No,
your right hand.
I mean, it could very be well that, but
Well, I think it's more of like this wrist, is more like a water drinking wrist, like
really,
it's
that's-
more of,
well,
I don't know,
bring it
I
up.
felt like that.
Okay, well, so basically, me and Alec, we met a long time
Wow, this
ago.
is going to be a lot
It's
of
a-
rambling, isn't
no,
it?
No. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna clean it up right now.
I
think
wonder
we
what,
could
I think the rambling will be fine though.
I think so too.
Anyway, but yes.
But yeah, so all right, this is our podcast.
we
And
should just make sure it's, okay, never mind. Go ahead.
what?
I just want to make sure what time it is right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Alright.
I just checked it. I just clocked it. I was gonna say it, but I clocked it, so it's fine.
Alright,
So it's
so-
8:00 right now, a little 8 p.m.
8
on
p.m.
a Monday night.
On
On a Monday night.
I wish
To all you listeners out there, dial into 104.3 Cool FM. Sorry, go ahead.
that is amazing. We need like a little sing and dance
Some
song.
soundboard.
sing-
I think we will sing and dance
we
though.
have to be like, welcome to our podcast. We're never going to
We
actually
should
get to the
do that.
podcast. That is the whole. What if we had this whole thing and we just never got to the podcast?
Yeah, so we're doing this because we want to talk about the restaurant.
The restaurant.
You know which one, but yeah. We probably won't. I mean, we just mentioned it just now, but yeah. I mean, I could see us doing it. I like that idea, though. Maybe a little song intro. We don't know what we're going to call this either. The ice room was thrown around, which isn't bad.
Yeah, because
I like that.
Because me and Alec, look, like we've been working together for some time now, and
Oh, quite a few days now, I'd say
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Many moons we've known each other.
many moons.
And many moons and many Sundays we've seen each other in the ice room for brunch.
Oh yes, starting with the brunch. The
For brunch.
Oh yes.
And
Are
Molly
you
comes
ready? Bust the football. Yeah.
Yo, yeah, no, we have a
We're
great band that plays every week, BBW. I love them. Big Busty Blues. They're up in the house. The Big Busty Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
They're up in the house. And I do want to say something very interesting about them, which I noticed and I didn't notice previously. They're doing shots at 11 in the morning.
And I'm the one pouring.
I just noticed that this week because you were they were like the usual.
Let me clear my name. You're gonna get me in trouble here. All right.
No, it was.
They're only allowed $50. All right. Now, I'm not gonna say no names.
I didn't mean to throw you under the bus. I was just saying they were drinking. I didn't say you were giving it.
No, but like, so okay. So this band comes in every Sunday. They've been coming in literally since I started
the big Busty Blues Brothers.
Yeah, the BBW. And they only
the BBW always shows up, and they play some
at
blues.
the bar. So they're only allowed $50 at the bar. And
what's a song that they do? You know, a couple of songs that they do.
They play a lot of songs.
Taking care of business. You
every
take that
day.
8:15 to the city. It's my favorite one, you know.
We should really
And
these should be our song and dance. They should
we get them to welcome to the podcast. Can't you see?
Whoa, damn.
You take that 8:15 to the podcast. They took that 8:15 to the ice room. We'll see. Maybe we'll call it that. Maybe we won't, but you'll probably know because you probably read the title of this, and that's probably what we called it. And if you didn't read it, maybe you shouldn't listen to this because then you don't know how to read. I mean, but I guess that's why you're listening.
Oh my God, there are people out there that are.
I'm sorry if you can't read. You know, there's
blind.
dyslexic people that probably are like, oh, ice room, you know,
they like
rice home.
This is a very we're inclusive here. We don't care if you we don't care if
Molly's
you can read
upset
or
with
not.
what I just said right there. Well, I'm just saying that's not like yes, we're very
inclusive here. We do not judge.
We don't need to. They know that. That's fine.
No.
That's fine.
But
I'm sorry if you read the title and thought it was ice room and you read rice home.
Rice home.
I do apologize, and if you want me to come to your door and apologize again, I will. You know, I've gotten very good at apologizing as a server.
Indeed.
Indeed, I do quite a lot of apologizing.
And along with apologies, I do want to say
no. Hold on. Just gotta wait for the. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. So we had some technical difficulties right now,
which we're gonna have.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. You know.
But as I was saying,
technically, I have many difficulties, so we will have technical difficulties.
We will 100%.
You know,
100%.
technically speaking, of course.
But I think with apologies at the restaurant, along with that, I will say, because I have been told this before, that I laugh at everything. So like if I'm laughing a lot here, it's literally because my job includes laughing at jokes that are not that funny.
So you're saying that you're laughing, you're just laughing at me to humor me?
Well, it's not that I do. Now it just happens so
That's terrible.
naturally.
She said, yeah.
And it's not you. It's me. It's
okay.
Not, and like literally,
well,
I'm laughing at my own.
Fake laughing.
And
Why
this
would
is not my fake laugh. They're all real. They're all very real.
They're all real laughs.
But
Molly
I have been
doesn't
told.
fake laugh.
I've been
and she
told.
definitely doesn't fake laugh to her
No,
customers.
But
they have
no,
very funny
they're
jokes
so
at the
funny.
bar.
They're
so funny.
But yeah, just in case.
So funny, yeah, no.
No, for sure.
Oh, hilarious.
But yeah, the restaurant. So Alec and I have met there.
Yes, but we were the drinks with the Blues Brothers. I just want to get back to that.
Oh yeah.
Because we didn't really put a bow on that little conversation.
Yes. So they're only allowed like $50 for their drinks and everything. And I think for a while they may have been I shouldn't say it anyway.
No, I never said that they're going over their drink limit.
No,
I just think
not you. It's
Molly's rounding on herself right now.
No, not me. I was the one that was like, wait a minute, you guys only get like $50 because they didn't know. They were not aware of that, so they were going in for a while, and I don't know who was letting them go in for a while. But they were.
What do you mean go in?
Only like $7 over. We're not gonna get crazy, but
there
was
but
a time. But
they do also partake in the brunch.
They do, and I'm not.
Who's ringing them up for that?
Look.
Listen, I know we don't need to get into semantics
we're
here,
not into nothing, but. They're only allowed 50, but they actually been really keeping it under now that they know, because I did mention it to them and they know. But
do they not just like
they
just go over and just pay some?
They leave
some
a
more
tip
drinks?
now, and they do pay, like if they also, because sometimes they'll pay for other people's drinks sometimes too, so they'll pay for those. But yeah, they're really respectful, very great. They've been with us for quite some time.
Yeah, no, they've been with us for a very long time. They've been with us longer than most employees in that building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were my I remember my first shift was on a Sunday. I'll never forget it. I was very mesmerized by that band. That's really why I stayed there for all these years.
Really? The Blues Brothers. When I bust my first Sunday, they were playing too. Like, they've literally been there for gotta be 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Time flies. April, it's been flying.
Been flying for sure. But I will say, I forgot.
No, I was just saying, like, I think it's funny. Like, I don't know, if this is mad judgy of me, but like, there's also this guy that comes into the bar in the morning a lot, and like he'll just get like neat, like whiskey or something. And I've actually pointed this guy out to you before and been like, "What's up with this guy?" Because he sits by himself in the morning. And he just drinks like neat whiskey, and you're like, oh, he's really nice. He's like a regular. But like, he just looks so down bad. And
he does. And you know what?
Because it's like 12.
But it's his eyes. It's his eyes. He's not down bad. It's his eyes. He has these eyes that look like puppy, and he looks like he's going to cry, but he doesn't. And he's having a great time.
I hope he's having a great time.
But I will
say
he did get mad at me one time, and it was like one of those things where I'm like, bro, you could have just told me, because what had happened was
that's always what it is. It's like, just tell me,
because I don't have an issue with like people just telling us your issues. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, if there's like if it's excessive, it's annoying.
Do not give me extra details.
Well, okay,
I don't care.
My thing is that
that's me.
What I'm saying is, for instance, I was new to bartending, and I accidentally charged him for JMO on the rocks, because I don't know why. It comes in a rocks glass, and I know it wasn't on the rocks, but my idiot, I was just doing it fast.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Honest mistake. It was an extra $2. So, and this guy comes in there all the time, so he's never had that happen before. He paid with his card, and I guess he got mad that I charged him for the rocks, but I didn't. You could have just said that. I could have taken it off. And then instead he wrote like something on the receipt, one of those.
Dude,
and then he walked out mad as hell. And even our owner was like, why was he so mad? And I was like, I don't know. And then I saw the receipt, and I was like, wow, he was really mad about the extra $2, which is fine. I get mad if you don't need to get charged for something that you didn't get. I totally agree.
Owner was mad? Owner was there for this situation?
Not owner, but
okay.
Like the chef owner.
Yeah, okay.
Chef owner.
Yeah.
So and then he was like, why is he mad? And I totally understand where he's coming from, but sometimes I'm not a mad person. Like, if you just say, hey, I didn't get this, like, why'd you charge me? I would just be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll take it off.
It's an
Especially when I
honest
was
mistake.
new.
It's like, just say something, guy.
If it's just excessive, but you're just getting mad.
You think that I am paying attention, know every little detail? Like, say something, guy. Don't walk out all grumpy.
But it's all right. The
customer
is always right. At the end of the day.
Why don't you bring it up with me?
At the end of the day, Alec, the customer is always right. It doesn't matter.
I also disagree.
Customers
they're always right, but sometimes they're left,
wrong. Which honestly, this is like a topic that I see a lot, and I want to know your opinion on it.
Yeah, but the Blues Brothers are down bad. These guys are drinking.
No, they're having a great time.
Morning. Like, you know what? But that's mad judgy of me to be like these people. But yeah, no, go ahead with your topic. I just keep
thinking about them, and I get it.
I was just trying to make the point that but it's a dumb point.
No, they're fine. They're doing fine.
They're fine. Okay,
but you know what? The one thing I will mention about them before we move on is, they added this new.
The Bongos man has been there before.
He has.
He's been there a couple times,
and
it took me a second to remember that the Bongos man has been there in the past.
He's a really great bongo guy. You just don't really hear him. I don't know if you hear him. I mean, I do a little bit.
It doesn't
but
do a whole lot for me.
Now, I'm wondering, because they have another person there, do they get paid more? Or do they get paid the same?
You know, I heard that they don't do that great.
I
don't know what
too.
the contract currently is, and we're not here.
We're not here to
talk numbers.
No,
yeah,
no.
But
I'm just wondering
I
if
heard
they just
that they
added
don't
him.
do that great. Now, I don't know. You know, that guy. Yeah. Did they? Oh, jeez. Not the Giants football.
Get it signed.
Should we pull up bongos for them? No. Just so they can see some bongos. What if we had a slideshow and we just could click through?
Yeah,
that would be cool, but that would take a
we
lot of
weren't
planning.
Rambling a lot because we ramble.
Yeah, but it's fine.
It's all right. It's mighty fine.
Mighty fine. It's a mighty fine day here in the ice room.
Yes.
Well, that's what I wanted to say. Always when I do these, I'll start to make a point and then get sidetracked.
Oh,
and I immediately see this happening because we've lost a bunch of holes all over the place, but it's
Yes.
fine. And I'm calling attention to it, and I don't need to, you know?
No,
But
we're
I just called it, yeah. Hey, you know what? All right.
But listen, so, okay, this
Yeah, go ahead.
topic.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
topic.
yeah.
All right.
Enough
so,
of me being an idiot.
No, you're good. It's mighty fine.
A mighty fine. Well. And another well. How about two more wells? well, and another well. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway.
This is us every Sunday in the ice room.
Well, Miss Molly, how you doing?
How you doing?
What brings you here to the ice room? Well, I'm here to get some ice.
It's always where we meet each other every Sunday, and it's like we don't plan it either.
Well,
it just happens.
what Molly doesn't know is I wait in the ice room every day for her to come in. And some days Molly doesn't work brunch, and they have to come find me around 11 and be like, "Where are you? We're seating your section." And I've just been like, "Where's Molly?" Yeah. But we do always, we plot, we scheme a bit. Not really.
No, not at
really.
all. No, we
Not
just
really.
talk about.
We have been praying in the ice
We
room,
have,
though,
and now
a little
that's
bit.
like, and
We've been getting very
Ah!
spiritual.
Praise
Praise the Lord. No,
if
sorry.
you're not huge into religion, that is mighty fine with us.
Everything's mighty fine with us.
But we do some praying in the ice room because when you work in restaurants, you need to pray a little bit. You need to have some
faith. You could use a little help from the Lord. Let's be honest. When you're working,
yeah.
when you're working there, you know what? And it's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day.
the
We're
Lord's
doing
Day.
the Lord's work.
We
serving
are.
brunch. And if somebody tells me differently, write me a strongly worded letter.
Take it up with what do they?
Take it
Yelp.
up with me. I'll talk to them. We'll have you on and talk. What would we talk to them about? What was I making the point about? Okay.
Back to this topic though. So I really wanted to talk about this topic because I see it on Twitter and social media a lot, and I actually over the years my thought on it has changed. So you ever see somebody like post something like a tweet about how like a table snubbed them, and it was like, say, a $200 bill, and they only left them like $5, and like they get mad, and then all the comments are like, well, you chose this job, maybe your employer should pay you more, da 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 da. How do you feel about that?
Wow, some hard-hitting questions.
Sorry,
right
this
now.
is
I mean, this is such a interesting conversation. There's a lot of ways I feel about it. The most important thing that I always think about is I try not to look at them or get caught up in what the numbers say. And most of the time, if I'm busy enough, it doesn't matter. I'll do some good ones. I'll do some bad ones. Generally, you don't get a lot of bad ones, Now, I've gotten some goose eggs before,
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten a couple goose eggs. You got to take those on the chin, You take those in stride. You keep going.
So, okay, so you would rather what we do now and get paid the way we do and make the money that we do, or would you rather, because people are like,
the question of whether
minimum.
the employers should pay us or whether tips should be the system is an interesting question. The also is the question, how do you feel about when customers tip you poorly?
Well, obviously, it's, some people, like, it just sucks. But, like, I think over the years, like, I've gotten over it because I know, like, it's sometimes just more of a representation of them than it is me at the end of the day sometimes. But what I'm saying is when people complain on the internet about it, and granted, I'll complain about some tables, but sometimes when I hear it, I just want to be like, shut up. And you know why?
Tell me why.
We make some good money. If our money changed because our employer started paying us minimum, I wouldn't be a server. Or I think these people that are complaining about your tips, just take it on the chin, like you said. Just shut up about it.
Maybe do a better job.
Maybe do a better job. But also, you got to realize, like, there's levels to serving, and some people see that. Because I worked at Fridays at one point, TGI Fridays.
I like Tuesdays better, but yeah.
It's fine, I get it.
Bad joke.
No, it's fine. I liked it. I didn't laugh. That one I didn't laugh, but I liked it.
No fake laughs there. But that's not really something I've ever really thought about. Like, I've never really been like, because I don't see that happening. Now, I do hear, I'm pretty sure in Europe, they pay their wait staff. They don't, like, tip the wait staff. I've never thought about it because I never have seen it. Like, oh, they're going to change it. Like, I've never been like, oh, they're going to change it. Maybe, like, to me, it's something that is maybe unrealistic.
Yeah.
Or, but, like, I don't know if unrealistic is the word. It's something that it is the way it is. And if it changes, then maybe I'll have some thoughts on it. But I've never really had many thoughts on it.
The more I
see it a lot on Twitter, people complaining that.
Well, like, not a lot, but I have. And it makes every time the comments are always the same. People are like, my tip shouldn't affect, like, my money, like, that I tip you. Which, at the end of the day, let's be realistic. If we were paid by our employers, the food and price would be twice as much because they have to now pay us more. But it
is bizarre, though, because we essentially also pay for their other staff members because we tip out the bussers, runners, and they don't really pay those guys. Now, I think they do get $5 an hour or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which isn't a ton of money, but, like, we essentially pay those guys to exist in the restaurant, which is also brings it a further step, which is, listen, you're getting into the hard-hitting questions.
I didn't mean to get to, like,
these are very, like, serious, like, serving.
I just wanted to say.
They're interesting conversations.
I've been seeing it, and it's like.
You know what? I think I've seen it, I think I've definitely seen it before, but every time I think I've read it, I felt like maybe it was, like, a customer complaining. You said maybe like, or we also just said do better if you're a server. Like, you shouldn't be complaining because, yes, I think it does usually work in our favor. We do usually make more money. But I think I've more seen a customer be like, oh, they should pay their employees as an excuse to not tip, which is shitty.
Well, I think also at the end of the day, like, so like I said back, like when I used to work at TGI Fridays, it was like really terrible. And like I would make decent, like I would make okay money and everything, but you'd have to really hustle for it. And back then there was a lot of customers coming in, and I feel like not my personal not like my service was bad, but the restaurant, like the kitchen was terrible. So it was like overall the restaurant started losing
We're getting
its
into
customers.
hard shit. We're talking about kitchens now.
So, well, yeah.
Don't get me talking about kitchens now.
And I think that
change the sides.
I think that like at the end of the day, like the restaurants that do have poor service overall are gonna end up losing the customers, because that TGI Fridays I think is going out of business. So it's like, and I left that job, and then the second job I had, they're going out of business. And so I actually upgraded
Sometimes it's,
to where we are
you
now.
can make their experience good, and whether the food's like, or, not that great, like sometimes you still make the experience.
But
that's interesting. I never
really, like, at the end of the day, there's only so much you could do with it. And if you're not making money because TGI Fridays also had, and sorry, I don't want to get too into it, but they had that reputation of like, you can go in there with coupons up the wazoo and get meals for free. You can plan and get meals for free. So when you have a reputation like that, no matter what, you have people that are trying to, my dad would call them,
game the system.
Well, yeah, I forgot what he called them, but yeah, they would game the system.
We don't need to say derogatory terms.
No, it wasn't. I literally forgot. I just have like ADHD up the wazoo. But yeah, like, that's just, it's interesting because you got to pick and choose your restaurant too, because there are restaurants where you can make a lot of good money like us and nobody's complaining. I mean, people complain there, but people like to complain in general. That's
people
just the
do
world.
complain in general.
That's the world.
There's a lot of
nowadays,
complaining
like,
going on. You know, that's a whole nother, you know, thing in itself. But I mean, you know what? I've been blessed. This is the only restaurant that I've been at. I was obviously at I was at Ferrara's a little bit as well, you know, but I never served there. I just I observed the restaurant, but I was just like a catering person. Like I didn't work in the restaurant at all. So I didn't see it. But I've never been a server at any other restaurant besides the restaurant.
The restaurant, yeah.
So I never even experienced any of that, which is very interesting. Which I've never really thought about. Yeah, you said you really had to hustle some of that.
Well, you would get it was you want to get triple sat. You're just, and everybody always had complaints and always needed to speak to a manager. It was bad there. Like the managers,
it was a lot of food issues.
The cooks would literally walk out on their job, and the managers would be cooking. And if somebody asked for the manager, you'd be like, "Look, they're on the line right now. They can't come and talk to you." It was bad, but it was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Love that place.
Really?
Shout out to my TGI Fridays staff. I love you guys. But no, definitely pick and choose your restaurant and stop complaining. Honestly, if you're not making money.
Did you work with Nikki at TGI Fridays? Is that where she's from?
No, she's from Chili's.
Chili's.
Everybody's from
either Chili's or Fridays.
No, Miles was from TGI Fridays, but he was in.
He's also from Buffalo Wild Wings, which is also Tatiana and Deidre.
It's a different
Shouting
section.
out all kinds of characters right now.
A lot of gremlins out here. All of us are gremlins. But no, I was in a different location than them. But Marco
McCabe though, was he at that
no.
TGI Fridays?
The only two people that were at my Fridays was Marco and Mike.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So anyway, but shouting out to all those restaurant shops.
Shouting out to those TGI Fridays people.
Just restaurant people in general, you guys probably go through all the same crud that we go through.
I bet they don't though. I bet it's just us.
No, it's no, bro. They have it worse. Back at Fridays, we would have to literally, if you wanted a drink from the bar, say your customer ordered a drink from the bar, you would have to go to the bar, realize that they have no glassware, go to the back room, there'd be no glassware, you'd have to go find a glass, go run it through dish because the dishman was never there, always run it through dish yourself, then bring it to the bar, wait for them to make your drink. It was a 15-minute process. It was a rough time. A lot of fun. But
it sounds like a hell of
so when you work there,
I kind of wish that I could experience some other restaurants, but this one is so convenient to me. I didn't want to have to go to a different one for a lot of reasons, and I had already I picked this one because it's super close to where I live. It's the closest one, and it was just a matter of opportunity. And then 5 years later, I'm still at the restaurant. I did some other things, obviously, but I didn't want to go. I want to go to a different one because I even applied to try to work at an Arorang, and they were like, nah.
They looked at you and were like, they're just not
I feel like you could make serious money in those,
I
though.
don't think so, because I had some friends that worked at a hibachi place just like that, and they said that the cooks would get 50% of the tip, and you'd get nothing.
That's what I wonder.
So you won't make a lot. You just,
That's what I wonder, because I always, whenever you go to those places, those bills are mad expensive. So, I'm always does the server get all this tip, or are they tipping the cooks? And that's an interesting discovery that I just made.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I didn't know that, but I did go in there, and they were like, oh, do you know how to bartend? And I was like, no. They were like, you could be, but I wanted to experience a different restaurant, but I already know this menu and this building.
That's really what it comes, when you leave a restaurant, it is really do I really want to go through the training again and learning where everything is and a new menu?
It's always a goddamn wild goose chase. You're always where are the straws? Whatever it is. I think we've actually been really good with where everything is. But
when I first started working there, it was really good. Very well
organized.
Organized. Now it went down for a little bit, but I don't serve as much anymore, so I can't speak on it too much. But
interesting. But you're looking for different things now, but still sometimes the same things.
Same things.
I mean, yes, pretty much. Well, some different things. I'm not really looking for alcohol all that often, except for at like 11:30 when I'm off. Then I'm looking for that.
So
that brown Jameson
our
to
job
dwell a little
lets
bit.
us have a shift drink, and it's a it's a
It's a privilege.
It's a privilege
that they
should have probably not given us for like however.
I really hope that nobody's upset for anything that happened yesterday, because I don't know how yesterday really went. I think we were good.
Fine.
We cleaned everything up, right?
We were good.
Because we we made that our whole thing out there,
we
and
were
I feel like
fun, and it was a good time. And you know what? It happens.
I would like to shout out our managers for being so cool with all of that whenever that happens, because they're always, very cool with all of it.
Yeah.
Which is surprising considering some.
There's some people that, I don't know. But I will say, you learn also how to just, or maybe you don't learn how to just handle it and be a little bit better, but not everybody.
I don't know. It's a very interesting thing. I think you get given a lot of leeway. Well, I definitely know that, because when I came back when I wasn't employed, I was asked to not come back anymore.
Yeah.
Because of maybe my questionable behavior, which is,
he was a real gremlin.
I think the thing is, my behavior was the same as my behavior always was. I just wasn't employed there anymore.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I was extra crazy that day. I think I just.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about,
okay.
actually.
Yeah, nothing.
So maybe
it doesn't matter.
I don't know. I just remember Alec would be a little. It was the cup.
It's the cup.
It was the handling of the cup.
What did you call it? Not a gremlin, like a dweller?
A dweller, I would say. 100% dwelling.
Yeah, no, 100% dwelling.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that. Yeah.
No, yeah, well, because yesterday was Sunday, and Sundays are always really nice to drink, especially when a bunch of us are done with brunch, and
we call it Sunday Fun Day.
Yeah, it works out. It's really been working out. Those are probably the better days to drink, because they don't have like a band. Like I kind of really hate, I love BBW, but I kind of really hate all the Friday, Saturday night bands, and especially when it's we've just been working a bunch. And we're trying to chill.
And you can't even talk to the person next to you because they're literally blasting music.
Yeah.
And it's all the same music. Not trying to hate or nothing, but it's always the same
music.
music.
No, trying to hate.
And
play some
loud.
new songs. We've heard American Girl 75 times.
Yeah.
Or that 75 is low.
But I will say Stacy's Mom, you can play anytime.
I don't think they play you can play Stacy's Mom every time, because that's a funny song.
I love that song.
But I don't want to hear American Girl anymore.
Yeah.
There was one I was thinking, I don't want to hear Valerie anymore. You're not allowed to play Valerie.
What's Valerie?
Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
I didn't even know that's what they said. I thought it was something. I thought the lyrics were different. But
do not play that song.
Don't play that song.
Please do not play that song.
God.
Please. Kamala Harris, do not come. Oh, I will come. You know the Trump. You know the Kamala Harris Trump meme. No.
No, actually.
Whatever.
No.
No?
Maybe. I think so.
It's Kamala Harris, do not come.
Oh, no.
You will not come.
No.
And then Trump.
No.
Oh, I'm going to come.
Yes, I actually have seen it, and no.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about playing Valerie, do not play it. Do not come.
Do not come. Do not play it. No. All right.
Are there any other songs we can retire?
There's a lot.
I always think of them when they play the song.
Yeah, I'm like
American Girl is one that that literally every band plays it. Yeah,
I don't know. There's a lot that I don't like. So our job, there's a band every Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights.
Is there a band on Thursday?
There is, but it's not a big band. It's always a guy with a guitar, and it's usually a little bit more laid back.
Probably a sketchy something. I don't want to make any judgments. There's a guy with a guitar.
What's wrong with a guy with a guitar? Alec is a guy with a guitar. He has a guitar.
Yeah,
you want to start shredding?
Yes, but I'm not a guy with a guitar on the stage. What does he sing?
I don't know. He sings those.
He sings some slow songs. What am I thinking of?
I don't know. They're just like
Let you tap at your head. You know, like a little Bobby Dare. Beyond the sea. Well, that's our Valentine's Day. I'm sorry.
No, there's
interesting though. There's a sketchy man with a guitar
or
there.
it's either that like it's either a guy with a guitar or it's the calmer band that's like the ukulele guy.
Well, yeah, the lady with the piano.
The lady with the piano.
That was Eli's wife.
Everybody was in love with her.
Even
I was in love with her.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
She was there on Valentine's Day. Were you there on Valentine's Day?
No.
She was here on Valentine's Day.
We were there about the day before Valentine's Day.
Oh no!
Can we talk about the day before Valentine's Day 2022?
Can I say something though?
Yes.
I think, and this kind of, you know what? Tell the story. Go ahead.
So 2 days before Valentine's Day, we were all hanging out, being a little like, crazy as usual. And we were drinking, and I made a comment like,
was this on the Saturday? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like,
I thought this was Sunday morning we had this chat.
No, we did. But on Saturday, I'm saying what I thought. Because I made a comment saying like,
you said you had
let's, no, I know. I was like, let's go like smoke some hookah on the roof, like, cause there's a roof at our job, and like we're not supposed to go up there. But I thought it'd be cool if we went up there and like smoked hookah. We did not. Okay, but like I went home that night.
Wait a second, we should smoke on that roof.
Well, we're not going to. No, but it definitely is a cool roof, and it's kind of cool. But
do you remember Raul?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, Raul would always pop out on the roof. Hey, what's up?
No way. No way.
Well, I can't do his voice. I haven't heard him in forever, but he always had that such a distinct.
Yeah, he did.
Like he would dwell, and then he would just like pop out and say something. But he was always on the roof.
Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
I have so many. I don't know why he would always be like, "Oh, I'm on the roof."
Would he look down from like the parking lot or like the
Yeah, like I'd be out smoking, and he'd be like, "What's up?"
Oh, I loved Raul. But yeah, I made the comment saying like we should go smoke on the roof.
Raul was a legend. Hopefully, he didn't get fired for. Never mind.
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. He left. He quit.
Okay.
That's the story that I was told.
Yeah.
There's always stories.
We don't need to hear any
other
stories or discuss any other.
But after that thought
potential
of
allegations,
hookah on the roof, I was like, I went home that night. I had a deep thought, and I've never had a deep thought like this where it just did not leave my head for a while, where I was like, that was such an inappropriate thing for me to think, because we could have started a fire on the roof. And I had this intense thought that the restaurant was gonna catch on fire.
Hopefully I can remember that.
You did it too. Did
I say
it? You did.
I definitely said it at one point.
And I was like, ah! You tried screaming over it, and you didn't catch it. But I was like, ah. Anyway, whatever. So
maybe I'll edit those out. Maybe I'll get fired tomorrow.
It's fine. It's fine. So anyway, so basically I had an intense thought that our restaurant caught on fire, and it didn't leave my brain for a while. Then the next day we come in, and I'm looking around, and it was the day before Valentine's Day, so it was like the weekend. There was these candles that were supposed to be out on the table. So I look at Alec, I'm like, yo, why are the candles not lit? And he was like, well, what, you want to burn down the restaurant? And I was like, that's so weird you mentioned that, because I had a thought about that last night. It was like really intense, and we got onto a conversation about it. We talked about it, and then later that
we discussed
night,
it a bit.
Later that night, I get a message, a DM from somebody that we work with, and they said, hey, are you at the restaurant right now? I heard it's on fire. I thought that somebody overheard our conversation maybe, and through telephone thought the restaurant was genuinely on fire. I was like, what? Turns out our restaurant actually caught on fire that day.
Yeah. No, Molly came to me, and Molly was like, I had a dream that was on fire.
You
and
said it again.
I remember
the restaurant.
Oh,
It's
whatever.
okay.
Whatever.
It's fine. Whatever.
It's probably the one in Somerset, you know.
Yo, F Somerset.
Yeah.
F Somerset.
I don't want to say that. I don't know anything about
F
them.
Somerset.
That's where we work, though.
Anyway.
Whatever.
Continue.
What was I saying?
You were
though?
talking about the
Oh,
story.
she was like, "Oh, I had a dream that the restaurant was on fire."
Yeah.
And I had a dream that Somerset was up.
I had a dream. And it happened.
No, but she goes, I had a dream that the restaurant was on fire. And we were just talking about it, a little bit. And it was an interesting conversation. Because we had like
a
she
conversation.
said, we got into it.
Yeah.
And I tried to fledge that out a little bit more for the listener because it was our ice room chat in the morning. We'd come in, sometimes we'll start off a little crazy, but sometimes I'm like, oh, a little tired or whatever. I'm like, oh, how'd you,
Yeah.
Did you sleep all right last night? Did you get home safe or whatever? Depending on, who I'm seeing, If I'm seeing Deja, I'm like, hey, hopefully you got like 3 hours of sleep last night. Sorry. Was that shade? Should I not have said that?
I don't know. Should you have not?
Man, I made a lot of questionable comments towards the end here, or whatever.
I have to cut some of that. No.
Whatever. Yeah, no. But like if I've seen somebody last night, sometimes I'll be like, so sometimes I'll be like, or like if we've had a dream, like that's what I'm saying. We saw each other in the morning and we were like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I had a dream about this, and it was just interesting. And then it was on fire.
Because I had it wasn't really a dream. It was an intense thought. Like I was mindly awake and it came about and I just couldn't shake the idea. That was why I was like, that's weird. But then when I got there and you made the comment, oh, what, you want to burn the restaurant down? That's when I was like, that's very strange you said that. And then the third time was when it was on fire. And it was the same day, same 24 hours.
Now, people get very mad at me because I make a lot of jokes about fire currently, and the man missing the H, always is like, he's always like, Alec, don't joke about that. And it's like it actually happened. But now I feel like I need to make that joke every day just to cancel out the bad juju, almost, like to get ahead of it.
And there's a lot of bad.
But who knows? I mean, if it's going to light on fire, it's going to light on fire, Don't come to my house and think that I did it because I just said that, But
I'm just going to say I was very pleased that I'm not pleased that it happened, but I'm pleased that when I heard about it, I was like, well, thank God I took my money from the safe that I had because it was like $1,000 that I just had in that safe.
Well, I think
but
it
didn't matter. I mean, I would assume, right? Well,
I'm
it's
not
against
sure.
that wall, and the wall's not fireproof, right? Oh, but it's a
But I think
safes.
the wall's not fireproof.
That was a very stupid comment. I thought the back of it was not. It was just like open. That was a really stupid.
I mean, I don't know. There's
comment.
an opening on it, but I think most safes are fireproof, or at least should be.
I know.
That would
well,
make
not
sense.
Not all.
That's
but that
I said
one.
Most.
But that one should be because it has money in it. It should be.
That
but
one should be. But knowing the
restaurant
it probably isn't.
The one upstairs is.
Can I say something though? Why the hell did we put it right in the service bar in the worst spot ever? Like,
yeah.
Who's like, let's put it here?
Yeah, they could have put it elsewhere.
It could have been in the kitchen, like where the TV is, like right. Or not
and
where
you
the
know
TV
what I think they should do
right where the
too
TV
is they should have a paper that has like what your amount should be, that or maybe I don't know, because
you can't have a paper with everybody's amounts.
Yeah, but I'm saying you should be able. You should have to sign off for that amount that you got. Cause say like I open up my envelopes. No, this is a whole nother.
A long time ago, we used to sign off. I remember when I used to bus, sometimes we would sign off. Now, obviously, when you're a server, you go through the process right there and then. I mean, I agree with you, and I know at certain places, they will make sure that you sign off. Like when I got tips from Ferrara, whenever I got my check, we would sign off on it. Now, I guess that wasn't signing off on the number that the check was, but that's,
But at least it's a check, so it's more like it's logged somewhere. Like for instance, if you were saying, "Hey, I didn't make that amount," they'd go back on their checkbooks and there would be an amount that they gave you. But where ours is cash, so it's very there's a huge discrepancy that could happen. Somebody could put it in there and not have the right amount. I trust everybody at a restaurant, so honestly, I don't think this would happen, although there was that one time.
I mean,
with that
here's
one
the
manager.
thing is, like, you trust everybody, but it's less like, do I trust everybody, or do we all make a bunch of mistakes all the time?
That's also
you know,
it
there's always the thing of, like, you know, and you know, so many people, like, always when you're in the kitchen, it's like, oh, well, I expoed today, where's my extra money? And if you didn't say anything, you never would get that extra money. So it's less like people are trying to screw you over and more like, you know, human error. You know, I like to think, but there are, you know, people make mistakes, you know. Oh, I wrote 8 hours on the tip sheet and you gave me 7. Oh, oops.
Yeah. No, you're right. And that's exactly, you know.
It wasn't like they were trying to screw you over.
Once again, we have like actual other jobs, like real jobs. And honestly, as long as my envelope is like a good amount, I don't really, you know, look, take that $50 out.
Your money. I'll burn your money.
I'm not going to nickel and dime because, I mean, obviously if I deserved it and it's obvious, but if I'm not noticing it.
It is true.
I had a conversation with someone the other day about that, where if somebody's caught stealing from me and I let it happen, it's almost like, I let it go because it's almost my fault.
I don't, but you know what? You know what?
Go ahead.
What's interesting with that is, like, you know, if I, like, make a bad purchase or if I do something stupid with money, I kind of feel that because I'll be like, oh, well, you made a bad purchase. You did something stupid, you know, like, you learn from that and you try to, like sometimes I won't specifically look at, and I should monitor my spending better. But sometimes I'm like, as long as I got enough coming in and I know that there's going to be more that's coming in, like, okay, Johnny down the block, you know, stole $20 from me. You know, maybe he needs it more than I do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like whatever. Like, I think sometimes, you know, you get into fights with people over money all the time. You know,
it's not
obviously.
really sometimes that big of a deal.
It's not that big of a deal, you know. But to certain people, it is.
It is.
You know, and if you don't have, like, this lady was super mad because we, something that happens, another honest mistake. We charged her card for the wrong amount.
Oh.
And I do want to say we should probably wrap up soon. But
yeah, that's fine.
But we charged her card for the wrong amount, and she just started flipping out. And it was only like a little bit of a difference, you know. But it was because the lady's account was like literally like $40. Like, she started flipping out because, oh, we charged it. And I said, okay, I'm sorry. I went in the computer, I changed it, and I adjusted it to the right amount. Now, if you ever have seen any of those transactions, they all say pending.
Yeah.
Those transactions are never finalized till a couple days. Yeah. So, like, that's what happened. Like, I went in, I didn't even close out the payment. You know, I dropped it off and she immediately, but she didn't have any money. So sometimes it's like, they
get nervous.
Those people don't have money, then it becomes more of a fight. So, like, sometimes I try to, like, make sure, like, okay, let me have enough coming in, you know, so that I don't have to cry over $20 here. But if you don't have it coming in, I understand, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, we're going to do more of these.
Yeah, and they might be a little bit, who knows how they're going to be. I don't know what the future holds.
Who knows? We'll put this one out and you'll see this one.
Yeah, we'll definitely have some good topics of discussion for you guys next time. Although today was a good one.
We had some good
We had a lot of good
topics. Conversation. We definitely got into some things. Something I would like to say before we wrap up, you know, I'm sorry, I was thinking about this before. I would like to, you know, potentially create something where anybody can submit, like a question, and almost maybe as a voice memo or like a call that we could play, and we could hear your questions. It would be a cool thing, and hopefully I could get that done. You know, maybe you could just submit questions in writing, and we could answer your questions as of now or something like that. But we'll see about that, and hopefully that could happen for you guys in the future.
I think that's a great idea.
Because we did discuss a lot of things, but it would be, and some of the things you said made it interesting, you know, like the thing of, should we be paid by the restaurants or should the tip system be, you know, the tip system? What's interesting about the tip system, which I wanted to say, you know, is like, you know, the restaurant tips is one thing, but the tip system as a whole is so bizarre.
Yeah.
Who do I tip?
Yeah.
Do I tip my haircut guy the same as the restaurant guy, the same as the tattoo guy? Do you tip like you probably tip your nail person?
Yeah.
Do you tip them the same as you do a restaurant employee? Is the same as, you know, I think it's a very bizarre thing, which I do fully realize, you know, and I wish it was more of a, you know, like stable number, but that's why I got a different job, you know?
Yeah. No.
That's why it's,
I agree.
You know, but it's an interesting topic. Do you have any
last minute
some thoughts from Molly, because I just
this is our post shift. This is our like post shift. We always have our pre shift, right? This is our post shift. I would just say, you know, out of everything, I would say I really do, like I said before, we have actual jobs, so the fact that we're still at this job
that doesn't mean you can fire me.
It doesn't mean you can fire us. I'm just saying that we are there because we actually genuinely like it. Because Alec came back.
Somebody like Rich is like, these fucking idiots.
No, I know they're looking at us like these fucking idiots. But what I'm gonna say is that like when Alec came back, he was like, yeah, you know, like I just really miss the people, and that's really
I really
what it
wanted
is.
to come back.
It is. That's really what it is. I
tried different jobs. You know, I had different jobs. I tried so many different things, and I, you know, went to school obviously to become an electrician, and now I work as an electrician. And for a bit, I was like, oh, am I gonna quit Stagehouse? the restaurant. I'm gonna have to listen to this whole thing and edit it. You know, thanks, Alec. It used to be like somebody would like say something super inappropriate and I would have to edit that out, but now it's like literally just one keyword that it's like but yeah. What was I saying? I wanted to come back.
You wanted to come back.
And I even was like, oh, I'm going to quit the restaurant and just do my other job. But I wanted to be there.
Yeah.
And it's a very interesting experience that we are trying to convey to the listener.
Oh yeah. So we hope to get this put together and
for you, the listener. Hopefully I could get it on obviously YouTube is probably where you can watch this, but hopefully you could also listen to this on Spotify or something of that nature, and we'll figure that out. I know how to get it on Spotify, but I don't know how to get it on Apple if you listen to Apple. So
that might be out of our.
It's not that hard.
I don't know how to. Yeah.
It's not that hard. I know for a fact I could get it on Spotify. It's just like if I'm lazy. But I get it because I listen to most of my podcasts on Spotify, so I would want it to. Yeah.
So thank you for listening to us. And our chats, our ice room chat.
Yeah, we'll
get back to
we'll
the
think of a name, and we do want to do a song. Yeah,
oh,
that would be great.
We should have an exit song too.
That would be
we
nice.
Gotta have some.
That would be nice. Can we do maybe like a little prayer at the end right now?
You feel like pray? We can pray. All right, go ahead.
Well, you know,
lead us in prayer.
And we don't mean to be derogatory to the faith. You know?
No, because I'm wearing my cross necklace right now.
Okay,
I read the Bible, and I really do.
I've been confirmed. So yeah.
We're just gonna ignore Allie.
Should we?
All right.
So, it was a wonderful week. It'll be a wonderful week. You know, I don't know.
That's not. I mean, listen. All right. If you are not religious, again, we accept everybody in this chat. But if you are religious,
yeah, okay,
if you are religious, I just want to thank God for letting us have this platform to speak on.
I would like to thank, I don't know God. I don't really know him, you know. I know a couple people, but I am very much thankful for Molly being here to record this with me right now. And hopefully for you listening.
Yes. We would not be here. I mean, we would be here without you,
well,
but it'd be very,
right now
very
we're
lonely.
Here and nobody's listened to it.
We would be here without you guys.
But yeah.
Thank you. Have a wonderful week and Amen. We do this
I don't know. I
we
thought
do this
about
on
that
Sundays.
as like our ending. We'll figure out
we
some
do this
song
on Sundays, and
beginning.
it's us thing. But honestly, like I really am. I personally think I'm a religious person, and I I do respect the faith. There are probably people that are like, these idiots are really being disrespectful.
I
but
really
this
hope
is us
not.
in the back room.
I think, you know what, though? The faith should be accepting of all types of, you know, people that want to believe however they want to believe.
That's a whole nother
about
faith.
it.
And
Yeah, now we're really just getting into religion at
watch
the
us,
end here.
Watch us on our religious channel.
You know what? We're actually going to go to a religion podcast on faith right now. Okay, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.